Now, on to a potential transfer. It'll obviously not be a free one, this one. This would be something we'd looked at in the summer. And are we now football scouts? Is the Talking Wednesday podcast?
Could be, because this has happened a couple of times now.
Are we scouting for Sheffield Wednesday Football Club? Because if you'll remember, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the players that are going to be leaving us and who we think should come in and replace them if we were to look at the lower leagues. Now, we named 3 strikers. One of them was Luke Jephcott.
Yep.
And the past 5 days have been lit up with us actually being reportedly interested in signing Luke Jephcott. So, as we said then, he's been scoring goals. He's now scored 16 goals. We'll say around it because he could have bagged a couple more in League One this current season. Plymouth, it's Ryan Lowe also. So that link there, you never know. He said he would be allowed.
He knows what it's like to play at Wednesday when it's full, and he was part of that promotion team. It only goes, you want a fan base that are going to get behind you.
Well, if other clubs are in for him, I'd hope Ryan Lowe would give us the edge. I know he doesn't deal with the finances, but he did say that they want about $3.5 million for him.
Fair, that's nothing.
It is nothing. Plymouth fans are saying that he's worth at least $10 million, and I understand why they'd say that. He's obviously scoring goals for them at the minute. Remember, Medine was a goal scorer, a very good goal scorer in League One. Marriott was the same, Golden Boot winner. They don't always kick on in the Championship, but then you do get your Ivan Tonys.
Yeah.
You know, and that is the gamble you take. And for me, I want to see us doing this. I want to see us looking at players in the lower leagues that are scoring goals and going for that aspect. And sorry, Plymouth, but I want to see us ripping off other clubs for once, because it always happens to us. We always lose our assets. They always leave us on freeze. And I would like...
Guys, look at our 2 biggest transfer people we brought in. Adam Reach, Jordan Rose, both potentially leaving on freeze at the end of the season.
Exactly. We've said that time and time again on this podcast, but $3.5 million would be a steal for somebody who's bagging the goals at that level. I'd say I'd be happy with anything less than 5, especially with the money we've spent on players. If we're willing to spend, and there is a chance that we can spend in summer. Remember, obviously we're going to be hit with the current world situation. Everybody's going to be hit with revenue, things like that. But in terms of the balance sheet for financial fair play, we should be looking a little bit more positively going forward on that front now.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully. We can't go mental. And I think for all Chansiri's faults, if he's going to give it another go, which we don't know if he's going to do it again, I reckon he's got a platform to do it a little bit more on the clever side this time.
He may do like season 1 and 2, but be a lot smarter with who comes in. It won't be just random players we've never heard of. It'll be proper. Because the one thing Steve Bruce did do, he put a very good scouting team in the building at Wednesday who are now picking up, like Andre Green. They already knew about him because he was at Villa. Granted, we haven't seen enough of him, but he's an exciting prospect.
He's injured.
I know he is. It's typical Wednesday.
He heard about our sick pay. No, but we need to... No, but he does seem to have the right attitude, that young player model,
he does.
That sort of thing. We definitely need to look at players like this. And I think... Please do it Wednesday if you want. I want to see more of him. Also, Plymouth fans that probably find this, if I do decide this is going to be one of the breakouts this week, we've got a lot to talk about. It might not make the cut, but if it did, Plymouth fans, how important is he to you and your club? You know, is he the player that changes games
also,
for you? Do you think he'd cut it in the Championship?
Are they on a promotion push, Plymouth?
Let's have a look.
Because that would change it completely.
Yes, they kind of are, but also it's going to be difficult for them. I reckon the only way we'd get them, they'd probably keep hold of him if they went up, but they're 10th at the minute. Right. But it's tight. They aren't the best on the games in hand because the 6th place team has got 26 games played and Plymouth have got 28, and they're 4 points off 6th. So It is tight. They could do a run and get that 6th spot. I've seen that happen. We've done it before as well. Yeah. But they're going to have to put a run together. It would only work in Wednesday's favour if they didn't stay up, I think, because You've also got to remember Sunderland are 7th. They're pushing for it.
Yeah.
So you've got
Also,
Sunderland, Oxford, Charlton all around them that are competing for that 6th spot currently.
And also remember, League
Amazing.
1 and League 2 are going to want to make as much money as they can because they've had a huge cut in revenue.
Yeah, the one thing that doesn't work in our favour is we can't really offer him loads of money compared to what we would have done. We'd have probably definitely got somebody like this if we went for them, if the salary caps were a thing. But as we spoke about last week, the salary caps have now been scrapped. So there won't be players trying to jump out of that league so often. But it also does mean that we are going to struggle if we get relegated to get a player like that. You know, so I reckon he's going to be looking at Championship either way next season.
Yeah.
So we will have to see how that develops and if he can become a Wednesday player. But that's the model I want to see Wednesday take. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if you're on podcast services, just jump over to the YouTube.